the shocking thing to him wasn't that there were or that there were, ladies or men or, all kinds of powders laying around. What was shocking to him was what he saw rappers doing. He goes, I saw rappers doing things I never expected to see, and it totally changed the way I look at them. I guess he's saying there was male-on-male among rappers, which not everybody knew about. Diddy was not involved in that. I mean, he was still in his robe, doing the transaction, and they did what they did. The dealer looked around, and he was taking it all in, and Diddy said to him, hey, do you want to stick around and party? As the dealer told me, he said, nah, I'm good, and he left. He said it just wasn't his.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my party. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time.
What do you do to make just an amazing killer party? This is what you need to do. Women, beautiful women, of course. We need alcohol. We need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but rock with me, but just
right.
I think you've heard it all about Diddy's parties. Think again, because just when it seemed like there couldn't be anything more shocking about his wild lifestyle, the FBI has dropped a bombshell that's shaking the industry to its core. Witnesses are now stepping forward with chilling stories that go far beyond the usual rumors. We're talking disturbing details that paint a much darker picture of Diddy's parties, something almost ritualistic. According to reports, these events were meticulously planned, and Diddy wasn't just hosting, he was orchestrating everything. Imagine a world where everything is staged to create an atmosphere where guests aren't just partying, they're being set up for something far more sinister. The FBI's sudden interest in these parties suggests that there's much more at play than just reckless behavior. It suggests something far more calculated. Witnesses have described scenes that are beyond disturbing, almost like something out of a movie. We're hearing about extreme sensual acts, borderline ritualistic behavior, and even rumors of people being targeted afterward. And here's the shocking part, it's not just about Diddy anymore. The FBI is suggesting that these parties may have been a front for a much larger operation, with powerful figures potentially involved in these disturbing activities. One artist who attended Diddy's parties even issued a chilling warning, make sure you're not here at 1 a.m. Now that might sound strange, but this wasn't just a random comment, it was a warning about how things would take a dark turn as soon as the clock struck 1. According to this artist, that's when Diddy's parties went from wild to downright chaotic.
I mean, damn, pause, but like just I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And I'm
what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid.
Guests were advised to leave before things spiraled out of control. And it's clear now that this warning wasn't just about avoiding the typical party chaos, it was about avoiding something far more sinister. We're talking about a whole new level of wildness, a shift where the atmosphere grew heavy and the activities became extreme, crossing boundaries that would make even the most jaded Hollywood partygoer raise an eyebrow. Imagine walking into a crowded room where every inch was filled with people engaging in activities that left little to the imagination. As one witness described it, you'd see people going at it hard and heavy, right in front of everyone, with no shame or inhibition. The deeper you moved through the room, the more intense and explicit the scenes became. It felt like stepping into a fantasy world where the usual boundaries of decency and privacy were completely shattered. People didn't care who was watching, as if the whole point was to indulge in the spectacle of it all. And then there's the phrase jumping on the bed, something that might sound playful, even childish, at first. But at Diddy's parties, this phrase took on a whole new, far from innocent meaning. The guests weren't just jumping, they were indulging in every imaginable and unimaginable, explicit act. The bed became a symbol of total, unrestrained freedom, a place where rules simply didn't exist and anything was fair game. This infamous phrase encapsulated the wild energy of Diddy's gatherings, where absolutely nothing was off limits. People felt they could do whatever they wanted, no matter how outrageous, daring, or taboo. This anything-goes atmosphere is what made these parties so famous, an uninhibited playground where boundaries ceased to exist. But now, the party's over and the FBI has come knocking. The feds have begun reaching out to witnesses, slowly piecing together what really went down at these notorious events. And what they're uncovering isn't just shocking, it's deeply disturbing. The latest reports suggest that these gatherings weren't just about having a good time, they were part of something much darker, far more calculated than anyone could have imagined. They were part of something much darker, something that involved control and acts bordering on ritualistic. Witnesses have described scenes that felt like they belonged more in a horror movie than at a party, with people engaging in behavior that seemed orchestrated, almost as if they were under some cult-like influence. What's even more alarming is that these gatherings might have been a front for something far more insidious. Rumors are swirling that Diddy's events were being used to trap high-profile guests in compromising situations. And once they were caught in these moments, it wasn't just gossip material. Hidden cameras were allegedly capturing everything. But those recordings weren't just kept for personal amusement. They were reportedly used as blackmail material to control these individuals, ensuring their silence or compliance.
This is about anybody and everybody that went to that house or the other one, LA or Miami, that did anything after having 3, 4, 5 drinks, and you went to a room and you don't know what happened. You don't know what's recorded. Those guys who went to those parties, they're all calling each other.
Oh, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
100%.
They're all calling each other saying, oh, shit.
Dude, you were at that party, right? Yeah.
And you know what's going to, and not only, and by the way, all the people that are calling each other, then there is the last call. You know what the last call is? Who you're calling? Nobody. It's you and...
One witness claimed that Diddy's parties weren't just about pleasure, but about power. He was the puppet master, orchestrating every move behind the scenes, ensuring that every attendee was playing a specific role in this twisted game. With these hidden tapes, Diddy allegedly maintained leverage over influential figures, keeping them in line with the threat of exposure. It wasn't just about having fun, it was about controlling people's lives, ensuring they could never break free from his grasp. The FBI is taking this very seriously, and they're building a case that suggests Diddy's parties were part of a much larger operation involving high-level executives, celebrities, and even political figures. We're not just talking about wild celebrity gatherings. This goes much deeper, with activities that could ruin careers, destroy reputations, and land a lot of people in serious legal trouble. Witnesses have shared that acts took place at these events that would shock even Hollywood's most jaded insiders. Celebrity parties are one thing, but what's being revealed now is on a whole different level. The deeper the FBI digs, the clearer it becomes that Diddy's parties weren't just about having fun, they were about control, manipulation, and power on a scale we've never seen before. But the most chilling aspect of all the allegations comes from a Hollywood insider who recently made some startling claims about what really went on. According to this insider, Diddy's events were designed to ensnare people. Celebrity guests weren't just partying, they were being pulled into a web of manipulation. The insider suggests that once these individuals were caught in compromising situations, Diddy allegedly used these moments to gain leverage over them. And with a network of hidden cameras, Diddy wasn't just a passive host, he was actively orchestrating everything, ensuring that no one left without being somehow indebted to him. The insider paints a picture of Diddy as a mastermind, someone who wielded his influence like a weapon, using these parties as a means of consolidating his power and control over Hollywood's elite. What's being uncovered now is far beyond anything the public could have imagined. This is a world of secrets, control, and power plays, and Diddy was at the center of it all. According to this insider, Diddy would allegedly record everything that happened at these parties, capturing high-profile executives, celebrities, and even politicians in highly compromising situations. By having these tapes in his possession, Diddy reportedly gained incredible power over some of the most influential people in the industry, using the footage to ensure their loyalty, silence, or even their participation in whatever he desired. The details the insider shared were jaw-dropping, but what makes the story even more suspicious is what happened next. Out of nowhere, the insider's contact vanished, no warnings, no explanations, just gone. It was as if someone hit a switch and erased him from existence. This sudden disappearance has only fueled speculation, making people wonder just how deep Diddy's influence really runs. But that's not all. The parallels between Diddy's situation and the notorious Jeffrey Epstein case are impossible to ignore. Much like Epstein, who allegedly used blackmail to control powerful individuals, Diddy's parties might have been part of a much more insidious network.
Oh, he's bad boy now.
Signing the bad boy.
Here's your icon alert. It's called He's Bad Boy Now.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
The Epstein case showed us how deep the rabbit hole can go, with connections to some of the most powerful people on the planet. And now it seems like Diddy could have been playing a similar game, using secrets and blackmail to gain power and keep people in check. Just like Epstein, Diddy may be a man who holds dangerous secrets that could expose a hidden world, one where power, control, and manipulation thrive at the highest levels of society. An entire web of lies and criminal activity may be at play, and this is exactly why those who attended Diddy's parties are terrified right now. They know that if Diddy were to talk, everything could come crashing down. Careers, reputations, and even entire companies could be destroyed. This isn't just about Diddy's downfall. It's about an entire network of individuals who have a vested interest in keeping these tapes buried. The stakes are incredibly high, and the fear surrounding what could be revealed has put many on edge. If history has taught us anything, it's that people in power will go to extreme lengths to protect themselves, even if it means silencing someone forever. The more this story unravels, the clearer it becomes that Diddy may hold the keys to secrets that could topple some of the most powerful people in entertainment, politics, and beyond. The fear isn't just about what's on those tapes, but about the devastating consequences that could follow if they ever come to light. Everyone involved has something to lose, and that's exactly why they're all desperate to keep this hidden. Diddy's alleged scheme feels like a modern twist on an old formula, but what's especially disturbing is how the culture within the entertainment industry has been weaponized as part of this blackmail machine. For years, being exposed in Hollywood or the music industry could end careers. This fear of exposure was something Diddy might have exploited to his advantage. By capturing high-profile figures in compromising situations, engaging in activities they'd never want made public, Diddy allegedly gained a form of control over them, ensuring they stayed in line or followed his demands. This culture of fear, shame, and secrecy made it much easier for Diddy to manipulate people and keep them under his thumb. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, Diddy's alleged blackmail operation isn't just about one man trying to hold on to power. It reflects a much darker reality. In this world, influence is not gained through talent or hard work, but through fear and exploitation. It's the willingness to use someone's most private moments against them that has allowed individuals like Diddy to rise to the top and stay there for so long. Now let's take a closer look at how Diddy might have used these questionable tactics to secure his position of power. According to insiders, Diddy's mentor may have been the one who taught him how to leverage blackmail as a tool to gain influence and control. This guidance allegedly helped Diddy establish himself and his label as a dominant force in the music world. By understanding the power dynamics at play and exploiting them, Diddy was able to carve out a place at the top, ensuring that those around him had no choice but to fall in line. As Diddy's power grew, it wasn't just about the artists he signed, it became about those who got caught in his web. Some of the biggest names in the industry, like Usher, Meek Mill, and Justin Bieber, have allegedly been linked to Diddy's infamous parties. There is reportedly video evidence tying them directly to Diddy, which may explain why his influence has remained so strong for so many years. But this brings us to a much bigger, darker aspect of the music industry as a whole. If Diddy was using these tapes to control artists, then it's not hard to imagine he wasn't the only one doing so. There's a growing belief that powerful figures within the industry have been manipulating artists, pushing them to promote messages that glorify dangerous lifestyles, whether it's materialism, substance abuse, or reckless behavior. This isn't just about selling records anymore. It's about shaping the minds of young audiences, influencing how they think, behave, and live. By using artists as pawns, these industry elites may be promoting an agenda that keeps people distracted, divided, and, in some cases, self-destructive. Think about it, why do so many mainstream songs revolve around themes of excess, wealth, or destructive habits? It's a question worth asking, especially when you consider the immense influence music has over culture. If Diddy was a key player in this system, using blackmail as a tool to keep artists in line, then we're looking at something far bigger than just one man's climb to fame. The walls seem to be closing in, and Diddy may soon face the consequences of his actions. Rumors are swirling that Diddy is under heavy scrutiny, and there's a real chance he could reach his breaking point. The question now is, if he falls, will he take everyone down with him? If Diddy decides to speak and reveal the names of those he has dirt on, it could shake the music industry to its very core. On the flip side, there's also the looming fear that Diddy could end up meeting the same fate as Jeffrey Epstein before any of these secrets come to light. So what do you think? Is Diddy just the latest in a long line of industry players who've used manipulation and control to rise to the top? More importantly, do you believe we will ever uncover the truth, or will these secrets stay buried just as they have for so many years? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.